Marco ended up speaking out on counseling the tour that he had with Bobbi Althoff or whatever the fuck her name is. Y'all know who she is by now. Okay, let's listen in and see what's going on.
Stand up before, and I'm still doing it. So I understand. I'm learning how to entertain a crowd, and it's not the same thing that you get on Instagram. This is real life where people are going to look and they want the energy and they want the feeling. And I feel like Bobbi
He doesn't feel like Bobbi is on that level.
was stiff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey man, let's really work on this. Like, and I paid script writers, like, let's really get him a show. And where she told me that's not me. Bobbi was like, my comedy is me not talking a lot. And I'm like, this is different. Like, you can do that on the podcast, but in real life, this is different. So her comedy was different from what she said, from what she wanted to bring to the show, which I can respect. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing about me getting mad. I'm not saying you're doing nothing wrong. I can't, but I just don't agree with it. I can.
Okay, so it seems like he's on a path of pretty much becoming one of them ones. You know, he's trying to really take his comedy to another level, and he wants to do some stand-up, because if you don't have no stand-up material, you really not like it. So we got to see what's going on with his stand-up, just like we need to see what's going on with Desi's stand-up. Let's see what's going on with Drewski's stand-up as well. And I feel like if you cannot sit up there and do stand-up, your ass is not funny. Yeah, you can get on the internet and make people laugh here and there. You might even say something, you know, that was funny that you can, you know, say, and edit real cool and make it look even funnier. However, if you cannot sit up there and entertain, you know, a large audience of stand-up comedy, bro, your ass is really not like that. When it come down to Bobbi is not somebody that, you know, I would look at as a comedian, just keeping that shit all the way of being. Funny Marco, he's making his way into that. But, you know, like you said, he's working on that, and he's trying to step up there and take his comedy to another level, and he's serious about it. So I'll just say that he's trying to get there. Let's keep listening.
Can feel like I don't agree with it. You feel me? The same way she probably don't agree with what I do. So you're not wrong for how you feel. But again, when people pay them tickets, and I just feel like, and I'm trying, I did stand up before, production show together, and then you're not saying nothing, and I'm up there trying to talk, and I'm like, hey, Bobbi, and you're just like this. It was just like, it was hurting me. Because I know people are paying their hard, like it could be their last money. It could be, they don't care about it. Like,
I think that he would have been better off just coming out and just saying that they're not going to do it. But nigga, Bobbi didn't gave you some money, fam. You know what I mean? And now you sit up here talking about how she was stiff and not saying nothing and this, that, and the third. This girl done gave you gifts and shit. You know, come on, bro. I feel like that was a better way of you getting your point across. You know, but now it's looking like beef. And it's looking like if you and her are going at it, this is going to create some type of clout. And that's kind of where we're going with this, so that we can pretty much promote the fact that you're about to do your stand-up. That's just what it's looking like to me. Because we didn't really need to know that y'all were at discourse with it. Like, I feel like the fact that, you know, you were there and you seen how she wasn't really, you know, enthused on the level of, you know, being a comedian and things like that. That's something that's a personal thing, bro, that you talk about, you know, on, like, behind the scenes type shit. But we didn't need to know that this was your views, you know what I mean, while y'all were there. Like, no, bro. So I don't know, man. Let's keep going though.
I got the money. But again, if
the money,
you don't pay to see something twice, I don't want to do it again. I wanted it to get better, but Bobbi was just in her ways of doing it how she wanted to do it. And I was in my ways to do it how.
See, she doing it how she want to do it, and you doing it how you want to do it.
I want to do it. So nobody's in the wrong. Production.
So I don't know. But anyway, man, he ended up getting into the comments. Of course, they're going to make their way to the comments. Overall, people just work hard for the money, and I will never lose myself over money to get far. I got love for anybody paying to see me. Okay. Let's look at this. I've been to several sold out Funny Marco shows on the tour he did with Bobbi. So ticket sales is definitely not the issue. What he's saying is correct. Him and his team carried the entire comedy show. They were clearly seasoned comedians with well-rehearsed material. The crowd loved them. They love Bobbi as well. I think Bobbi struggled to transcend her internet persona to the main stage. It's not impossible for her to open up more and put in more effort like the other comedians on tour, even if it's not necessarily her thing. He said it's y'all fault for even giving a platform thinking she was funny. All she do is interview black people and do dry humor for likes, trying to make us look dumb. I agree. I like Bobbi, but when are we going to admit that she isn't funny at all? It's the reactions and responses from the celebrities she interviews that are funny. It didn't need to happen with her anyway. He's funny, she's not. He's already helped her enough. Bobbi is there for black clout and money. She wants nothing to do with the culture. She did the tour with me. I don't know who you are. No shade, but I really saw her as a comedian. She just had the same type of interview style Marco did, but never in a comedic way. More so just the nonchalant piece of it. Marco was always funny though, was not only his questions and way he would transition through his interviews, but also his mannerisms and the occasional breaking of character calls of him laughing at himself and whatnot. Comedian is used too lightly nowadays, and I think that that's kind of what we're about to get out of this because I don't even know if he's a comedian. Every person you meet is not a good partner. So I don't know, man. This is just what we got. I don't know if they're
And
going
I'm
to
still
be
doing it. So I
working again,
understand. I'm learning.
but just judging this, I don't think that they're going to be working again. Okay, I just don't see them doing any more work, bro. And that's just what it is. Now money ain't everything, but I feel like that's just a better way for him to it was a better way for him to address this. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he needed to sit up there and do a whole like video on it trying to explain, you know what I mean, himself on that. But it just is what it is. Maybe he's about to take his comedy to another level and he's just very serious and things like that. Things like since he started talking to Lala and things like that, he's been trying to sit up there, man, and take his shit, serious. He's trying to sit up there, man, and have it because in order for you to even be fucking with Lala, nigga, you're gonna have to be more than just this quick interview individual. Because even those interviews, I just got to keep it a beat. A lot of that shit is kind of getting played. Okay, a lot of that shit is really getting played. That's just what it is. But anyway, man, I got to move on from this particular.